Welcome to Spiritual Rebirth Tarot. I'm Madelyn, everyone's favorite energy healer and tarot reader. And today we're going to be looking at the fire signs for the last week in December, starting with the beginning of January. So it'll be December 27 on through that week. So we'll be looking at those energies. We will take a look at some of the Animal Oracle deck first, and then the Guardians of the Night Tarot, the situation, the block, and the benefit. And then at the end, we'll be looking at a angel card for the week. So be sure and watch all the way to the end. We'll have some great information there for you. And so as we get started, let's ask for divine guidance. Okay. So let's take a look at the energies for this coming week. The last week of December. Can you believe this? 2021 is coming up. It's around the corner. I remember when I was all excited about 2020 starting, and I had no idea what it was going to entail for me. Let's see. Not only did the coronavirus hit and my children stayed home from school and all the ramifications and difficulties with that, but in not really having anything in the way of childcare for them, but my dental office, I closed my dental office, and I have been wrapping up all the finances with that. So it's been a super crazy year. I'm looking forward to 2021. It's in the new age of Aquarius. A lot of our energies are going to be opening up, our psychic abilities, and at the same time, well, it can't get much worse. So let's see how it goes. All right, so fire signs. So I like to put Reiki energy into the deck. It helps me and guides me to the right card. Okay, so underneath is the Nightingale. Love is all around. So what you may not be aware of is just how, even when it seems kind of crazy and you don't seem to see light at the end of the tunnel, it's there for you. It is something that's happening, and it is possible. And also, because the nightingale sings just before the dawn, and it sings that beautiful song of love. And the way to really help us get through any difficulty is to have love in our hearts. The second one is the bat. A rebirth is assured. So a rebirth is really an important energy to have, and we especially think of that here at the end of the year and the beginning of the new year. Rebirth, regeneration, regrowth, kind of like the Judgment card, going into a time of resurrection after a time of death. And with the bat, there's also this idea of finding new abilities, new sight, new ways of seeing things. Because the bat uses, its sonar ability to see where it's going, to find its food, and to know, where to fly. And so it doesn't need the actual sight. Also, a bat waits quietly in the cave until it's time to come out when the sun sets. And so that is kind of where the rebirth comes in, that we've been in the cave of darkness, and then at the right time, we burst forth into this new life. And even if it's dark, the nightingale says, even if it's dark, it's singing, the sun is coming. Oh, and then what's the third card? The third card is the buffalo spirit. The abundant universe will provide. So as we go into the new year, really understanding and appreciating that abundance is all around. Abundance is there for each one of us. And the buffalo shows the abundance a lot because, you know, when it was prolific throughout the United States before it was kind of shot down and taken out of the picture, it was the primary food source for many tribes of Native Americans. And as they would go through, the tribes would, traverse through and find a buffalo. That one buffalo would provide so much, provide the skin, the food, they boil down the feet, every single aspect of the buffalo could be used for some purpose. And so just that simple animal brought great abundance into their life. And so, believing that the abundance is all around us, the abundance of the universe is here. Now, we do have 55 here as a number. So take a look at the number 55, angel number meaning. Google that, and that will help this reading, fire signs, to come out a little bit stronger for you. So, even when things are looking really down and dark and we're having a hard time, know that there's light at the end of the tunnel. We are having a rebirth, and as we do, that true abundance in the universe is going to flow into our lives. The abundance of having happiness every day. So let's take a look at the message. We'll ask for the situation card, the block, and the benefit. So again, we'll put some Reiki energy into the deck. So one of the things I do is Reiki healing and energy healing, Theta and Reiki energy healing. It's a really great experience. Has really changed my life. It's been an important part of changing both my thoughts and cleansing and aligning the chakras and all of those kind of things. And then if you take a look at my videos from the past, have some videos on cleansing and looking at the chakras. And that's kind of this week is the chakra thing. Each day I'm having the card of the day. And so this reading is for the next week, but you may be seeing it during the week of Christmas. If so, that's what's going on during Christmas week. Okay, so the situation is the Tower. And the block is the High Priestess. The benefit is the Nine of Cups. So and then underneath is the 10 of Cups. So moving from the 9 to the 10 of Cups. Just kind of like that, just an overall feeling as I look at these cards that I get is that we have been in a state of darkness, just like the nightingale and the bat are telling us. We've been in a state of darkness, and for some of you, there will be a tower moment, some kind of, break or changing, real dramatic breaking moment. And it'll bring you out into the sun, into the beauty of the Nine of Cups. The self-love. I think of it as the self-love card. Okay, so and then having it be the 10 of Cups is the overall message. I really feel like, it's always, whenever you get a Tower card, especially as a situation, it's definitely going to be a hard week in some ways for you, fire signs. But at the same time, know that, while things have been unclear in the past, they're going to become a lot more clear in the future. So let's take a look at the Tower And see why is the Tower here? All right, so why is the Tower card here? Okay, 3. The Warrior of Shields, the World, Strength, Silence, Scout. Oh, it's kind of interesting because it has the buffaloes here again in the Native American deck. And what we're looking at here is the Warrior of Shields is the same card as the Knight of Pentacles. It's a very slow-moving energy of the earth. Really, and I kind of see that as you've kind of just been sitting here waiting and waiting and waiting at the end of the year to see what's going to happen next. Maybe you've been in your home during the coronavirus. Maybe you have been, it's kind of like that hunter that just sits and waits and waits and waits for the right prey to come by and to catch it. And the same thing might go with, getting a buffalo or something like that. So there's been this kind of like waiting and waiting and waiting that's happening. It has to do with, things that are in the world, factors that are in the world that are happening around us. You've had the strength and the courage inside to face those with the Strength card. And you've just really felt kind of like down, and you've been holding yourself in. The Silence card, the 4 of Pentacles, just kind of like holding yourself in, being quiet and just bringing that sense of being silenced. But that birth, that new birth is assured. The rebirth is assured. And so the Scout, the 4 of Swords comes in. The energies of this card are change and growth, and how at one time all the buffaloes roamed, like I was talking about, and then the train came through, and they would shoot buffaloes just because they could, and it just took down the population horribly. And they were no longer looking at them as abundance, but just as a pleasurable thing to take down, and that one thing replaced another, and one thing came in and took over another. Now the traditional 4 of Swords is kind of like a time of healing, and certainly 5s are more significant toward actual change. So there's still a stability in this. So going through the Tower, you're going to kind of stabilize in the new you, in the new way you're looking at your things. The cool thing is that you're moving to the 9 of Cups, and that's the self-love, confidence within yourself. So let me take a look. You have the strength to take on what's going on in the world. So I really feel like, it's pointing a lot to just the basic things that are going on in the world and how hard they are for us right now. So let's take a look at the 9 of Cups. See why is the 9 of Cups here? What is it wanting to tell us? It's interesting because this High Priestess has a bat, and this bat isn't flying. it's waiting. It's waiting for the nighttime when it can fly. It's waiting. It's in that hibernation. It's in that cocoon. It's waiting to burst forth. So let's look at the Nine of Cups. The Sun, yeah. So, you know, self-love and happiness and joy. Tower again. Maiden of Shields, which is the Page of Pentacles. Shaman, which is the Hierophant. Vessels. And Star. And underneath is the Lovers. So you've been going along, you know, things are pretty good. You're choosing to, you know, to love yourself and to have that, you know, happiness and joy. This is the Leo card, fire signs. But yet this tower is coming, this break, this thing that kind of like makes everything change. And you know, again, the five, the change. Something's going to try to get in your way to keep you from getting to, you know, the Ace of Cups, the Star, and the Lovers. Something big and ominous. Let's see what is going on with that. So this the Nine of Cups is pointing to Ace of Cups, Star, and Lovers. You know, the Star having to do with, you know, hope, healing, Aquarius energy, which we're in now with the Age of Aquarius. And then the Lovers, you know, coming in with the both, you know, maybe a loving connection, but also a decision that has to be made. So making the right decision, walking into something you truly love, you know, walking into that energy of hope and healing, all of these things that bring about this rebirth it's easy for them to get stifled. So let's see what is getting in the way. What is holding you back? What is keeping you from those energies? I'm going to do it 3 times. 1, 2. What is holding you back from this beautiful energies of the one of you know, Ace of Cups, a Star, and very air signs too. Five of Wands, Page of Swords, Ace of Pentacles, Sun is upside down. Okay, so I got Sun and Judgment, which is basically this, you know, happy rebirth. So what's keeping you from the happy rebirth is these three cards right here. The Five of Swords, which just in general has to do with, like, you know, fighting with people, conflict, you know, struggling with your relationships with others. Page of Swords, you know, moving swiftly toward a goal but not seeing the full picture. And Ace of Pentacles, you know, a new beginning is being offered to you, but it's kind of being held down. So the things that I see here in this first card are, they're running in different directions. So all of the foxes are running one way and the guy is running another. And so there's this confusion in direction. Sorry about that. The card really wanted to run away. So, you know, one of the main things the foxes talk about or are indicative of is like a real strong partnership, a life partner, somebody who is really by your side and your strength and your focus and your helper. And in this case, it's like they aren't helping him. You know, they're kind of hindering him. They're kind of running over him and pushing him out of the way. You know, he's trying to go in the direction he should go, but all these things are kind of like hitting him, bombarding him. And so I think your very friends, the people who have really been there for you and been by your side, just aren't understanding where you're coming from and who you are and what you're seeing. And it's creating this rift for you, and because of it, you're having a hard time moving into what you truly love and what will make you happy and what your new rebirth, because of these people kind of pushing you in the wrong direction. And then Page of Swords. Oh yeah, Page of Swords. Okay, I was thinking it was Knight of Swords. Page of Swords can actually be a lie, or something, especially, you know, some falsehood that comes through to you. Very self-absorbed, not seeing the energies around her, just very inwardly focused, just not seeing the big picture. You know, maybe like the only way to like have happiness is to choose to be happy, and instead she's choosing to just kind of like focus on the thing that, like the animal that's hurt, that's in her lap, instead of all the other ones flying around her. And with this Ace of Pentacles, I feel like it's dragging on the ground. You know, it's having a hard time moving. It's, you know, it wants to come to you, this opportunity. But again, it's kind of like these creatures are holding, you know, these friends, these people in your life are holding it back and keeping it from really coming to you. I also find that inside of this very sinister, you can see a little face, very sinister face, and the chameleons or whatever kind of lizards these are. You know, lizards have a hard time like moving if the sun isn't shining, so they kind of allow their circumstances to affect their life. And so, you know, letting the things that are getting you down to keep you from progressing to these cups, stars, and lovers. So what I feel is that as you go through the week, look for this this beautiful new start, new love. Could be something that you love to do. It could be someone, you know, it can be a person, it can be your significant other you have now, and you're growing that relationship. It could be like a new job or a new project. Look to see what is that thing, and then what is holding me back from progressing. So let me see what the High Priestess, why the High Priestess is here. Maybe that'll give more clarity to the situation. Okay, so clarify the High Priestess. 1, 2. Queen of Wands, Magician, Eight of Swords, 6 of Wands, Star again. So victory and Star. So again, we're moving toward these, you know, beautiful energies. But to get there, I mean, you're like a bird that's stuck. Some kind of energies are holding you down, keeping you stuck, keeping you from being able to manifest and bring happiness and light. Let's see if it says anything more about that. What is keeping you stuck? Okay. 2. What is keeping you stuck? The Magician, the Hermit, and the Hermit was on the bottom of the deck when I started shuffling. The Queen of Wands we have the second time. Knight of Pentacles for the second time. To the 9 of Cups. Underneath is the Chariot. Heartache and victory. It's a self-confidence is keeping you stuck, the lack of self-confidence. Because when you're, I don't have that card here anymore. When you are, you know, trying to get some, 5 of Wands, when you're trying to get somewhere, you're trying to go somewhere, and you're just being hit on all sides by these animals, by these foxes. And they're the good people in your life. You know, they're the loving, they're the family. They're the important people in your life that are keeping you from running in the direction you want to go. The Chariot, you know, the self-confidence, the self-esteem, the direction, the focus, and at the same time, the Cancer, the family. The family is keeping down and giving heartache. And when you overcome that, you'll have victory and you'll have self-love. And to do that, you're going to need to manifest the Hermit. Go away in isolation, spend time alone. You know, me, myself, and I. And take back your power. Take back your power. Let me see what the angel card is. Some Reiki energy in the deck. Gifts from God. God is there. He's, you know, his angels. You know, whatever you believe in, you know, source, the divine Archangel Xenophon. We angels bring gifts from your Creator. Open your arms to receive. You don't have to do it alone. You don't have to find this self-confidence alone. You don't have to find the courage to fight and to move forward and to go to your place of happiness and this, you know, this energy of the star and the lovers. And Uriel, pay attention to thoughts and ideas that come to you. They are answered prayers. So, you know, as you're going through these towers this week, and it's a really, really hard week, know that rebirth is assured. You got the victory card 2 times. You got the star card, hope, health, and healing 2 times. And you got the judgment card, because you got it in the tarot, and then also, you know, the rebirth is assured judgment card in there. So you are moving forward. You are having victory, and when you feel like it's, you know, your footing isn't where it should be, call to Uriel, call to Xenophon, call to Michael, and they will help you, give you that self-confidence to take back your power at the right moment, in the right place. So we'll go on with the extended. I want to take a look at Whispers of Love for each of the signs, Aries, Leo, and Sagittarius. Now, it might be that one of you, you know, because this is about relationships, it's not just about like a romantic love. So it might bring out some of these things about the family, might bring out more of that. Hopefully it will. That's what I'm hoping, and that it's more specific to your sign. And it could also be your sun sign, moon sign, rising, Venus, any of those. And so come over to the extended. You can either go to Vimeo or you can go to Patreon and get a whole months of extended all in at one time in a membership. And so we'll take a look at that and pull a few tarot cards that help explain these cards a little bit more. So I will see you over there, and remember, take back your power, use the strength of Uriel and Michael, and you can do it this week. So all my love to you.